What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, man? It's your boy Big 8, man. Put it in there podcast, man. Live. You feel me? Yeah, put it in there podcast going live. We just waiting, everybody on nigga time. Man, it ain't no big deal. It ain't no big deal. We posted up. We posted up. What's poppin', poppin'? What's poppin', poppin'? Get up in here. Get up in here. Hey, y'all, this is going to be a hell of an entertaining situation. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about. We also waiting on Sheba to get here. She about to pull up. You know what I'm saying? She about to pull up on us. What's good, though? I see you, Tiff. What's up with you, babe? Everybody check in, check in. Let me know you in the building. Shouts out to that Put It in the Air magazine, you feel me? What's up, Shelby? Put It in the Air magazine. Make sure y'all look out for that Put It in the Air magazine coming next month. It's going to be something different. It's definitely going to be something different. Everybody fall in. What's good with you? What's good? Yeah, we finna have a hell of a conversation, y'all. We finna have a hell of a conversation. So, did everybody in here watch the episode on men's mental health? Have y'all checked that out first? Because I ain't gonna lie, if you ain't checked that out first, you might want to check that out first. Because when sis get here, we finna get into it. Not me and her get into it. We finna get into the conversation, is what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Share the stream, share the stream. Let the people know what we doing, where we at. Where we at? Oh, I'm a little slow. Y'all have to excuse me. Anyway, what's up with y'all though? What's popping? We ain't gonna do the ritual. I'm already high. I cheated. I cheated today. So yeah, I don't want to hear it. It ain't your business. Yeah, I'm in there. Put it in the air hoodie. You feel me? One of a kind. Ha. You feel me? One of a kind. You feel me? Ha. Yeah. Fresh as I want to be. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? So what's up? Did y'all tap into that? What's up, Marshall? Did y'all tap into the episode about men's mental health? Have y'all already did all that? Ain't nobody said that. Y'all just laughing at me looking high as hell. That shit ain't funny, my nigga. Don't be laughing at me, man. Hey, y'all better be lucky I ain't got my little machine. My little machine be getting down through there. You hear me? It's my little clothes machine. Be getting all my little fizz fuzzies off me. You feel me? Nah, I ain't gonna show y'all no more of that. They gonna have to pay me for that. We not doing no more of that. No more free promo for them niggas. Hell no. Straight up. But anyway, I wanted to say the episode that I did on men's mental health, pretty much I was covering some of the issues and some of the situations that other things stem from. Most people be worried about the conclusion of stuff instead of worrying about how we got there. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking about a lot of that. And then, of course, you have to bring up single mothers raising their children. You know what I'm saying? That's a real effective thing too. Um, and in society in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no remorse for a man. For sure. I appreciate that, Sheba. Yeah. I definitely put some time into it. And that's kind of what me and the homegirls gonna rap about today. Just kind of have it in open form. I wanted to do it live so I could have it to where people can leave comments, interact, all that type of stuff. When I do an episode, it's just me. You get to respond after the fact. You know what I'm saying? So I want to start doing these every Monday. We're gonna have live stream Monday, probably same time, 6:30. You know what I'm saying? Just so everybody kind of get in the routine and know when to be there, and then we'll just have something different to discuss every time. You know what I'm saying? I think the men's mental health thing gonna drag along a little bit. I think so. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a lot of guys hit me up after that men's mental health episode and was like, "Bro, I thought it was just me. Man, I didn't know other people went through that. I didn't know this. Man, it messed me. I didn't ever think about it like that." You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that to jog these men's minds. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them, they don't know what they should expect from the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They know what they grew up around. You know what I'm saying? And perfect order ain't what all of us grew up around. So you got to keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Uh, men's mental health is very, very important to to help like future relationships, like future marriages, the situations that our kids are gonna be into. You know what I'm saying? Like the better we understand it to explain it, instead of, you know what I'm saying, talking about stuff out of our feelings or out of our emotions, or you know what I'm saying, the better we be able to explain it to them and make sense of them so they don't make the same mistakes we made, and make better progress and maybe find more errors just to kind of fix the relationship environment in the world today, because it's all fucked up. It's all fucked up. Facts, Marsha. It ain't talked about as much as it need to be. I don't know where this woman at. She need to come on. Y'all, Sheba in trouble, man. Sheba in trouble. Me and Sheba gonna box. I don't know what she doing. But anyway, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Put it in the Air Magazine coming soon. We've been working hard on it. You know what I'm saying? It's coming together pretty fly. You feel me? Pretty fly. You know what I'm saying? I've been tweaking and working some things out. You feel me? But it's nice though. I'm shooting for June 15th. Um, if not, it may be maybe like a week later. That's all kind of up to the dude pressing it. So, you know what I'm saying? There'll be some physical copies at all your Ziggy smoke shops and dispensaries. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. What's up, sis?
The dispensary, bro?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, Ziggy's.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure I'm in the right spot.
Hey, y'all see how niggas is? This is niggas. This is niggas. Yeah, we in the dispensary.
All right, here I come.
I bet. She was shy. We in the dispensary. Yeah, come on, shit. Long time friend though. Sheba knew me when I was bad Big 8, when I wasn't acting right. I'm acting right now. I'm chilling, cool. Yeah, I ain't going back to jail. They extra'd out. Not my type of scene. I'm good. Y'all make sure everybody hit that like button, please. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the stream. You know what I'm saying? Homegirl finna come up in here. We finna rap a bit about this. Please feel free to interact. We are checking the comments. You know what I'm saying? Speak your mind, speak your piece. We are open to it. That is the whole point. You know what I'm saying? Is awareness. We build an awareness on the situation. That's the whole goal of it. You feel me? So what y'all got going today though? What y'all got popping? Y'all ain't talking to me? Y'all ain't talking? This is what we doing today? got this dang volume up on this phone. I'm tripping. Oh shit. Don't be laughing at me either, y'all. So nobody got no opinions on the whole men's mental health thing? I think it's fine. That yeah, come on. She crazy as hell. She looking like, is it okay? Yeah, it's okay. Oh shit. Man, y'all let me let her in, bruh. You good? You look like you scared to come in this room.
I live out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I live out here. I had to go get my boy done.
Never know who watching these dang things. I had some pop in and they popped out. They popping in and popping out. It don't even. It's messed up. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. I'm extra out. I just left y'all. I boned out on y'all. It's all good though. Show y'all around the shop a little bit, you feel me? Let y'all see kind of what it look like. Y'all can't see nothing because my head in the way and shit. Look cool little setup. Cool little setup. Come visit for all your medicinal needs. You know what it is. Oh yeah, you know I got that thing in here. You know that thing was coming with me. PlayStation goes with me everywhere. I don't care what the situation is.
Contention in your relationship.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's my polygamous partner.
Third party in your relationship.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? What's poppin'? Hey, make sure y'all hit the like button and y'all sharing the stream too, y'all. You hear me? So welcome, Sheba of the Me and Mine Show, to the Put It in the Air podcast live stream.
What's up, beauties? What's going on? I'm gonna reintroduce myself. Y'all know what it is. I'm simply Sheba, the host and creator of the Me and Mine Show. You know the slogan, I do what I want and not what I can. And what I want to do tonight is be sitting here with my guy, Big A. Put it in the air. So for all you beauties that are tuned in, make sure you go follow, subscribe, and hit your notification button so you know when he coming up.
Y'all know what it is. So, did you get a chance to check out the men's mental health episode?
So I didn't, which is cool with me though, because I love impromptu conversations, so I don't want to have an opinion already surrounded or biased by a conversation that was already had.
Well, it was just me.
Oh, really?
And it was a lot. It was a lot.
So, why don't you summarize some of the things that you hit?
So, Bet, let's do it like this. When a person says men's mental health to you, what does that make you? What comes to mind?
How you guys are so ignored. I mean, if we talking black men, men in general, but if we're specifically talking black men, y'all know I'm all things black. If we talking black men, I think that you're very much ignored. Can I shout out some of your beauties though?
Yeah. Go ahead.
What's up, Shelby? Tiffany, what's going on with you? Shout out to Marsha. You got a lot of women beauties. That's a good thing for this to be a male-dominated show.
No, it's not.
Well, whatever.
Man, we was talking about relationships. I had 180 women in one clubhouse room.
I believe they do have a lot to say.
Going crazy. Like
we do know women have a lot to say.
like, yeah, I actually do have more females, even by my analytics. Like it shows, like even like in other places, it's more female subscribers on the
Don't feel
channel.
bad because my demographic is 51% men. So, the girls
So
like
you
you,
think
the
people
boys
just
like me.
sexist and shit? Like you a
My,
girl, so you get dudes, and I'm a
well,
dude, so I get
we
girls.
might just be tired of listening to one another talk. Like dudes might be tired of sitting down with other dudes hearing the same rhetoric. Vice versa for females, they might be tired of sitting in the B talking about in the hive talking about the same things. For the most part, women's opinions about men is the same, so you're gonna hear a lot of the same conversation. So I do think women are reaching out more to get the man perspective. Um, and the other way around, men are listening to more
That's real.
women to get a female perspective.
That's real. So, like the direction that I went with the men's mental health, I started out with um, the importance and responsibilities of two people who have sex and have a child. Like,
Mate selection, basically, and
yeah,
how very important it is.
facts. And the fact that whether sex is had or not is really up to a woman because she has to make herself available.
She's the receptive party,
The
basically.
receptive
Your
party,
body, I
exactly.
mean, we can break it down in various ways emotionally, spiritually, physically. Let's just start with that. Your body, created by nature, is for you to receive. So, she's the receptive party. She has to say yes. Everything in nature, let's take humans out of it and just go to animals. Even the animals, it is the
Facts.
man who presents the show, and the woman, the female of that species, that has to be receptive to that man in order for them to mate, whether it be geese, penguins, lions, you know.
That's a fact.
Um, Even in instances where you feel like strength is a thing, he has to be strong enough to take her down and still get it in the lions and tigers cases.
Got you.
If
Got
he
you.
weak, a weak man, a weak species, we don't tend to gravitate, whether it be, aggression or passivity.
That is a freaking interesting, excellent answer. Because I promise you, when you ask most people that same question, it's something that has absolutely nothing to do with what you just said.
Well, we a lot of things, it's
And that's
simply
why I
Sheba
like
for
having
a
these
reason.
conversations with you, like real talk. Because like you, and people tell me this all the time. My brain works on a different frequency.
Right.
So like I could like I and you're right. It's probably that might be the reason why I have more female listeners than male listeners is because they want to hear a different perspective. Because like I got a homegirl that I had conversations with, and she just my homegirl. It's my people's baby mama. We just
Right.
real cool. So like we talk about each other's personal life, but this is the same personal life conversations that I wouldn't feel comfortable having with my homeboy.
Right.
You
Why is
feel what
that
I'm
though? Why
saying?
do you feel that you cannot, excuse me, have like for lack of a better term, a piece of camaraderie with a lot of your male counterparts?
I think our maturity level is the difference. Like I love my guys to death. Like my older brother, like his maturity level is above mine. So I learn more there. You know what I'm saying? But with my partners, it's more like us sharing and expressing the same kind of
Y'all on the same level, so you don't feel much growth within the
yeah.
conversation or lessons that you're able to take away from
Facts,
the
I don't learn
conversation.
nothing. We just end
Not
up
even
cracking
not what to
jokes.
do, not even not
Yeah.
what to do. So in a lot of conversations, people have you may not go through those experiences, and even in people's mess up and their flaws, you learn what not to do. So
Facts.
even looking at some of your homies, you be like, oh man, I ain't doing that when it comes to women, kids, etc.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. That's
Well,
some good
let's
stuff.
start with you said you had approached um, men's mental health. Your one of your beauties, Tiffany, says not only ignored, but they're put into situations that are a mental strain and then not expected to show emotions or told they are weak if they do. Being that she brought this particular piece of the topic up, I can give you a better example. You will relate to this because you have been in this situation. Let's take prison. So, prison, and when she says not only is the mental health of Black men ignored, but it's also put into situations that are mental strain. So I can give you a scenario that would fit this. Prison. You do however so many calendars in prison. While you there, you may potentially had a mate before you went, or you may meet one while you're in there. Um,
Whether
now,
male or female.
whether however go, girls go to prison too. So you know what I'm saying? You'll meet one while you're there. Now, depending upon this conversation that I'm having is not for 18-monthers. It's not for 2 years, it's for people with like 5 calendars and on.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
real
what I'm
time.
saying? People who really have sat down. So now, a lot of my partners go 10 and beyond. So when they get out, the majority of their life, especially with going as juvenile. So the majority, I'm from the great 1900s. So the majority of my friends were getting 15 and 20 years when we were 15 and 16 years old.
Yeah.
So when they released, they were 35, 36 years old. These are true stories. In the interim, we have a mutual friend as such. In the interim, now he spent the majority of his adolescence and going into his manhood in the penitentiary. So yes, you acquire relationships, like I said, maybe prior, before, or during your stint. So the women, this is what I mean by mental health is ignored. A lot of things, women, let me say this first, women are Black women particularly are very hurt. I'm not going to call them bitter. They're very hurt out here. Hurt people hurt people. Also, Black women are so wrapped up in their pain and in their hurt. We have become very, very selfish. This is out a Black woman's mouth. We have become very, very selfish. So we ignore a lot of the issues, pains, trials, and tribulations that our counterparts may have because we're searching for something. We're looking for something. So we're not tuning our minds or our hearts into actually what they're looking for. You have 75% of women who don't even feel like that men want families or children. This is brought to you by watching things like social media. These niggas is for everybody. These niggas ain't shit. I mean, all of these niggas ain't conversations let you know how women feel about you all's feelings in general. You don't want no woman. You don't want marriage. You don't want to take care of your children. This is the consensus that women, especially Black women, have about Black men. So
I agree.
In this lady should meet you. You saying when I get out, I'm going to do this. She saying when you get out, they're going to be this power couple or whatever. But the woman is so wrapped up in her needs and wants that she ignores the fact that when he gets out of prison, she puts a sense of responsibility on him that he's never had, such as bills, kids, because the majority of these ladies who have husbands or boyfriends is coming out of prison have not even been in home, let alone around children enough to adapt to what fatherhood and all that it consists of is outside of just saying, I got some babies.
Thanks.
But no woman is taking into account that he doesn't know how. So immediately she wants him to become the breadwinner and the provider when she's not realizing that he doesn't have the adequate tools, resources, and knowledge in order to do this.
Or confidence.
You understand? So It is rare that I see a lady who has a husband and or boyfriend that comes out of jail that doesn't pay attention to things such as his skills. Babe, you want to go to school? What you think you good at? What you like? Babe, I don't know how to do nothing. Well, check the school out. Look at this tablet. Let's try this. And even having the wherewithal to go through 7 things before we figure it out, because the first thing that we try may not be the situation.
Maybe a lesson.
Babe, you can't read. Oh, check this out. They got these GED classes right here, and I'll help you do your homework because I'm pretty smart. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'll help you in this. No, the conversation is more like, you don't pay my bills. Where was you at? I know you was out there fucking with them bitches. They put more conversation into who they doing it to. You understand? Versus the actual helping that person transition into life.
Being what they used to, what they don't have to adapt to.
Because human nature is repetition. So if you've repetitively been told for 20 years what to do, it is only human nature when you get a piece of what they call freedom these days that you no longer want to see in your home. Where you at? Where you going? Where you been? And if a woman doesn't have the wherewithal to go through these things with men in these situations, leading men alone. Don't be selfish and be like, I want a boyfriend so bad, I'm going to make him miserable. You understand? Just let that man have his way. Let him feel his way. And if you're not going to contribute to the growth of their way, get out the way. Because a lot of women are more detriment to people. I mean, because you don't have no woman, you'll have a woman say, oh, I'm you see it all the time. I'm a good woman, I'm this, that, and the other. You understand? Not even her behavior, because I don't think the behavior constitutes character.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm saying is the logic, we're gonna take emotions out of it, what he did to you, how he made you feel. We're gonna say the logic. Now, you're 40 years old. I'm putting them up there with us. You're 40 years old. Let's just give you a little
why
number.
I gotta be 40?
You've had 20 boyfriends. Are you telling me 20 people that you've encountered and dated are messed up? There's nothing wrong with you?
Yeah, facts.
There's nothing. You's a great woman. I think either this, 20, if you've had 20 people and this is what you say, them niggas is fucked up. It's one of two things. One, you have a very, 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 very terrible judge of character when it comes to men. Or you need to do some self-reflection. And self-reflection is good for everyone.
Yeah, because you find out a lot about yourself. We spend so much time, like I said that in the video of the men's mental health that I did. Like, we spend so much time on survival, we don't even get a chance to dive into nothing else. It's tough. Like, it's work, sleep, cook, clean, work, sleep. As an adult, that's life. So, like, when do you have time to really care about what somebody else feeling? You know what I'm saying?
Well, we don't teach caring in those capacities, though. Women are teaching their daughters that men are wallets, and men are teaching their sons that women are, vaginas. You know what I mean?
These are facts.
Our culture is dictating this per the music that we listen to, per the TV that we watch, per the conversation between one another. Hence your social media. Niggas ain't shit. He got to pay me to get my pussy. I ain't giving a bitch nothing, but she can suck my dick. I mean, all our culture is reflective of how we live.
Right.
I mean, I can, they can disagree with me, but I do,
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with some real shit. Yeah, you can look crazy how you want.
Hence, I was having a conversation the other day about biracial relationships. I don't care who loves who. I don't care where you go, who you dip into. But when it comes to between relationships between black men and black women, one of the greatest tricks, and they have been successful at it, which encompasses everything they've done. The very greatest trick that they've done is convince you and I not to like each other.
Facts.
And so once
I talked about that in the mental health thing too.
Once we, as just regular people, sit down and really have a thorough discussion without putting the shoes on about every topic. If we talk about promiscuity and the overabundance of teenage pregnancy, I'm a teenage mama, but I can have that conversation without emotion, without feeling like you're talking about me.
Yeah, you can be realistic about
I can be realistic and logical in the situation. No matter how your result came out, that's not play like the teenage pregnancy is a good thing in our community. Teenage pregnancy is one of the reasons that we have so much single parentness going on, whether it be single fathers or whether it be, because they out there. It's most single daddies than you know.
So I'm going to start a session in all my lives called Start Some Shit, okay? Because I got to start some shit right quick. Okay, so look.
Well,
So how do we consciously follow the religions that we follow, knowing that things that we would look at as pedophilia or rape was a way of life for them?
Are you talking about at one point in time?
Well, just
and who is the them that you refer to?
Well, most religions, they had different cultural ways of living.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, say for instance, who our Holy Bible is named after. I mean, subscribed after or under is King David, right?
Right.
So like we know the stories of him. We knew he was he
Oh yeah,
he couldn't have been a
how he
Christian.
hated on that man, killed him, and took his wife, had a baby, and then they ruled the world.
So how does he end up?
Because that's when he got foul. When he seen that pretty bitch in that window and said, "I got to have her."
Well,
but a man on the front line knocked him off. I mean, you got to know the book. Though.
I know what I'm saying, but in accordance to Paul's New Testament, King David's life wasn't Christian even before that. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Like how, and given that I'm from this time, this era, I was raised into the whole legal age thing. You feel what I'm saying? So that's normal for me. Like anything, like I'm almost 40, and like if you 25 and under, I might not even talk to you. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just principle, because the ages of my sisters and my children and stuff like that. It's
personal because the law of the land is 18.
Facts. So, but then the same people that's holy saints to us on Sunday, they had Harlem's full of 12 and 13, 14-year-old girls.
They still do to this day, and we call it child trafficking. The Chinese people still practice it.
Mm-hmm. So I would that was my start some shit moment, but my bad. I took y'all way off subject.
I mean, when you
but that's a good that's my new shit. Start your shit. Start some shit, yeah.
Well, for most countries, for most places, and for most what we call civilization, you follow the laws of the land in accordance. Yeah, I'm like everybody else. The judicial system here in America is very corrupt. You know what I mean? But would you want to be
what's up, boy?
In a land of anarchy where it's just total, free fall? Would you want that? Would you want no laws, period, where people could just do what they want to do? So the laws of our land say don't mess with the kids.
Facts.
If you want to mess with the kids, go where they do that at. You know what I mean? My whole thing is people have this big thing of wanting other people to do what they do or accept. So check this out. So I'm not saying what nobody believes in, because I ain't got time to get into it with the gays and the Christians. They make moves. But what I'm saying is
together.
So what I'm saying is this is, if you believe in Jesus and if I believe in Muhammad, you understand, per both of these books, though, neither one of us can tell neither one of us that we going to hell, that you out of line. As a Muslim, what I'm supposed to do is tell you what my Muhammad has done in my life and changed my life. For me, as a Christian, you're supposed to say, this is what Jesus did for me. Now, if I disagree with you, you're supposed to go over there in your little prayer corner and pray to Jesus that he'll turn my soul, because that's for him. That's not for you. All you supposed to do is say, this is what he
deliver
did for
the message,
me. Deliver the message. Now, how they receive it is not on you. And if they don't receive it, you're supposed to go over there in your little prayer corner on both sides. Because I read all the books. You understand? If you go on both sides, you're supposed to go in your prayer corner, pray to your God that he delivers them, and go on about your business. I've never understood something. Why do you want somebody that you don't like or that you disagree with to be over there with you? You understand? If your whole thing is you don't mess with snitches, I don't know why you would go over there and try to convince the snitches to stop snitching versus be over here with the people who just don't deal with snitches and let the snitches hang together.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? If you don't like the raper men, why are you going over there messing with the raper men? Go over here with the people who don't like the raper men and let the raper men stick together. And as long as the raper man don't mess with yours to make you do the laws of the land, you understand what I'm saying, then everything should be kosher. People are always trying to infringe their belief and what they want and what they think on somebody else. Right now, my thing doesn't be, my thing is, if everybody can go around here and say, I don't like something, go get a whole bunch of friends and say they don't like it too, and then that's what it is, then we all should just start throwing our complaints and gathering our friends and saying, change it. Some things are the way they are because they work. Not fucking our kids works. You understand?
Thanks.
It works. It works. Now, if you want to go somewhere where you cannot be punished about it, go on over there. It don't work here.
But listen, though. I feel the direction that you're going, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But this is where it becomes complicated. Is and this ties into men's mental health too.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put all this propaganda, I'm gonna say, together in a book, and you use this book to do what you've done to me for so many thousand years, 100 years, or whatever it was. I'm high right now. Don't quote me on specifics. But if you did all this stuff in the name of not even believing that I'm more than a third human, why in the hell would I believe that this is the same stuff going to deliver me to the promised land? Do you? And then also, then hold on. I got a few more. I got a few more intricacies, and then you can say whatever you want to say. So, with that in mind, how, if you stripped us of our identity purposely to give us another identity that was less than an identity that we had before, you already you already made an attempt to destroy a lineage of people. You see what I'm saying? So it's more than just a you a nigga attack. It's more than just you stupid, you'll never be nothing attack. This is whoever you were, whoever your mama's mama was, you will never be them again. You will be this. And then you stick us in a society to where like we stuck so far behind, it takes hundreds of years for us to catch up purposely. So when you look at identity and the type of stuff that Jim Crow incorporated on people, especially our people, when you put all that stuff together and you mix it up, you can understand why we are what we are today. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Really, it's like a triumphant thing because from slavery to 2022, life is completely different. You know what I'm saying? There has been things that are kind. I mean, the paperwork still say we 3/4 of a human in 2022, but at the same time, these are the type of things that when a man find out or when a man finally figure it out from whatever he learns when he grow up, because survival is something else that you learn and adapt as you grow up. No matter what hood you come from or what trailer park you from, no matter what your ethnicity is, if you come from rough beginnings, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So to transition out of that, however you end up, get to like a stalemate to where like it's either college or work yourself to death. From that, then to actually kind of understanding your your upcomings, your upbringings, and your potential future. Then learning something different and figuring it out and becoming successful. Then them stages right there is like their own set of problems on top of the racial inequality, the way that like you expressed, the way a lot of women that look just like us or that raised us say and think and say and do, and the way they treat us and stuff like that. Like that's a whole nother wave. And then you got to deal with what you deal with in the workplace. Like I had to deal with it a lot. So I'm one of the strongest guys on the team. So if something heavy got to be moved, it got to be me. Forget the fact that we all make the same amount of money. It just got to be me. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit in the workplace. Like a person will get fed up with that. You know what I'm saying? Or get to a breaking point. That's it. And that ain't even including kids and baby mamas or whatever that is. That's the whole nother world of. So all I'm saying is those things may be minute, but they play a part still to this day in the psychological dysfunction of a man in America.
I totally agree.
My fault. That was a lot.
I totally agree in a lot of the context you're saying. If I disagree in anything, it's just
let people do what they do.
No, it's just the religious aspect. I feel like faith is to each his own. I feel like people forget that people are just fucking people.
Are just people. Yeah,
you
facts.
understand? And you put too much stock into them for titles. Because that's all y'all be saying is titles. Oh, did you hear the pastor? Fuck, the pastor is a man. He flesh, just like you.
Facts.
You the one put him on some pedestal and made him above and beyond what he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You anointed him.
Yeah,
because God didn't come down with his big booming voice and nobody's dream or nothing and told you believe everything that men say. He said it, and he said it. Faith is a matter of to each his own. Taking context out the Bible can really help people and it can really hurt people. That's what you call manipulation, though. I mean, anything they did where they took text out the Bible and manipulated to hurt people, that's the same game that a pimp go run, a nigga in the streets go run. Well, I mean, it's game. It's my essential thing. Is when somebody takes something with an intent, that's to have an intent to harm you and use it to hurt you, they just ran game on you. You understand what I'm saying?
It's right.
So again, let's go back to your individual mental fortitude. First and foremost, the biggest muscle on your body is right here. It's just like any other muscle, though. It got to be exercised. It got to be used. How many people you know exercise theirs, though? Eh?
That's real shit.
You understand? I know dudes who do all of this. Nigga, I got that 40 set. I'm on it, and I never picked up a book. And when I say pick up a book, it's not necessarily the information or the knowledge. Because a lot of things you're talking about is common sense. If I'm sitting in the church, that man up there saying all of this stuff, and then I turn around and I see him get in the Cadillac and fuck the first lady, then I know he lying. I don't need nobody to tell me. My common sense is saying he on some bullshit. Why would you stay in the church? Why don't you leave?
Get up out of there.
But you want him, your own human desires, your flesh. First and foremost, before we get to talking about what other people do, you got to be self-disciplined. That's why I work on me a lot. That's why I use me as an example. I don't take other people. Listen, I don't like the system, so I ain't gonna give myself to them crackers. This is why I'm not gonna do crime. That the laws of the land say that they can get a hold of me and do whatever the fuck they want to with me.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that. So if one of the ways is not to let them get a hold of me and I'm not doing the crime or trying to get caught in the crime I'm doing. Yeah, I know. I'm not saying I ain't did nothing, but what I'm saying is I looked around me and said, they sticking niggas. Ooh, I ain't getting the fellas. They wiping us out. They fucking wiping us out. Right now, instead of slanging motherfucking dope, I'm slanging commercials.
We will never see you again.
Yes, they doing, and I don't want that done to me.
Facts.
And in my mind, doing some crime and going to jail is the easiest way they can get a hold of me. See, when they get a hold of me, it's really gonna be president for a motherfucker to sit outside and march, burn down buildings, burning white people shit though. Don't come to the east side because we already ain't got enough. Whoever the cracker is to kill me, go get him. Don't do nothing to innocent people. You understand? Start with strengthening your mind. And right now, my mind ain't focused on them. My mind focused on us.
Facts.
You understand? So I don't care about what they doing with the money. What I'm saying is I'm willing to work anybody label that is right here in Oklahoma City trying to get some money. I'm willing to give you my 45 versus Polo. Now, that's what we got to do is convince, 25,000 more people that Polo ain't nothing but a shirt and it don't make you better than somebody because you got it on. Not kill a nigga to worry.
Shit, we're gonna have to ban rap for like 6 years or something.
Well, no.
That's all the niggas talk about.
How about you sit down with them same rappers and have them tell the truth though?
Man,
tell some of them tell the truth.
But listen, listen, we can preach that all day. We can't convince our own relatives to tell the truth sometimes, let alone another nigga with more money than us.
Well, there you go. But see, this once again,
I'm just saying.
You will be faced with this has been my thing. In my journey on righteousness, and I'm not talking about Christianity or Muslim, I'm talking about righteousness, just being good and doing right by people, some shit that you just naturally know. Nature tell me not to fuck kids. Ain't nobody stood up in my mind and said, I'm gonna send you to prison forever. Looked over there and something just said, don't hurt the baby. In nature, you understand what I'm saying? Don't hurt the kids. Even the animals will do something to you about the kids. You understand what I'm saying? Some things you don't need nobody to tell you. You just supposed to know. So in my righteousness, you understand, and I'm walking the line, I'm willing to lose some motherfuckers if they don't want to get on what I'm on. And that's just what that is. If you're not trying to walk the line, because it's not meant for everybody. I'm not trying to take listen, even God discriminate. Everybody ain't going to heaven. What you mean? So I ain't on to get everybody mission. I'm on the ones who feel like I feel want what I want, go willing to do what I'm willing to do. I mean, the long ride.
Like-minded.
That's who I'm fucking with. Right. If you don't, you just go get left behind. Because I know where I'm going. You understand what I'm saying?
She said even the animals protect the kids.
Even the animals protect the kids. So why do I care about the people that's up here? Like right now, they having discussions, all the legislations on whether or not to let them out them cages. That don't even make no sense to me.
Yeah.
You understand? And instead of the Mexicans fussing about their kids being in the cages, quit throwing them over the fence. Tell your cartel to quit kidnapping them and shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not talking to no white people to solve my problems. I'm telling, hey, you black-owned businesses, I'm willing to spend my money with you.
Yeah.
I know that wearing a polo don't mean nothing. And that's all I'm trying to convince everybody else is don't kill me for a polo.
Oh, speaking of, hold on. And don't trip.
And hey, black men, I know you hurting. I know you lonely. I know you sad. I know you want families. I know you get scared. I know you fear things. And I'm here for you. Speaking of, my Black Man panel will be starting back September 1st. You can find me on the Me and Ma Show. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. All them. 666. I'm just saying. Just like.
You know, y'all know we had to get it right. We had to get it right. You feel me? We had to get it right.
I'm just saying, hey, like, we gotta, in beauty, like, if we want to, it's cliche, but we got to be the change that we want to see. If I got a son, I got a husband, so I breathe life into them. I get up every day and let them know how much I appreciate them. You know, if I want my husband to be a good husband, I got to be a good wife. It's not a matter of men need to do this or women need to do this. We need to help each other. Whatever problems a black man is having out here, black women, those are your problems as well. Black women, whatever problems you having out here, those are those black men's problems as well. And until we can sit down and discuss the actual issue as opposed to placing blame on one another, you know what I'm saying? Then I don't really think we're going to get anywhere. I think we're going to be spinning our wheels and doing what we've been doing forever, telling somebody else to fix it instead of taking accountability and then fixing it for ourselves. Let's see. Shelby said, so many books we know are missing. How many are missing that we haven't found? Just out the Bible tells, man. Listen, we talking about penmanship and people telling stories. The stories in the Bible didn't change many times. The whole point of it is, do you get the point? Don't kill nobody. Don't rob nobody. Don't steal people's shit. Take care of your family. You know, do the righteous things. Again, people take pieces out of everything. If I wanted to take your kids and do something with them, I might go get something out the Old Testament and say, see, this is where you're supposed to have it. And it might justify what I'm saying. People have debates and go get points of issue all the time, and they get them from various books, not just the Bible. People run game, and if you recognize the game, this is why you're supposed to read it for yourself so you get your own understanding, because he tells everybody to read it for himself. And this includes Muslims, Buddhists, everything, because, again, the Bible is books in the Quran. So, again, if you read it for yourself, you will have an understanding for yourself, because the perception and the interpretation is for that individual, you know. But some people like audio books and like to take cliff notes. And then that's what you get when you take the shortcut. Some people say it's too many thous and arts and, you know, whys. They don't want to do the comprehension or whatever. They don't want to go into it in the study of figuring it out for themselves. And I'm not specifically speaking just the Bible. I'm talking about the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, whatever it is that you believe in. And if you keep hearing some missing books pop up, find them, read them, and then get an interpretation and an understanding and a relationship with him for yourself. things are only worth as much importance as we humans place on whatever it is. I do agree with you, Shelby. Things are only as important as you make them. Um, some shit people be worried about these days has no bearing on our lives today. And the things that have bearing on our lives today, we don't even care about. I'm personally, I don't need anyone to teach my children things. I'm big on things start at home. So when it comes to religion, character, morals, those things start with me. So I'm their first teacher when they come home from school and they tell me what the academics have to say. If I disagree, me and my children sit down and have a discussion about it. But my children are also free to make, once again, their own interpretations um, about how they feel about things and how they want to live their life. I have adult children. So let's say that first. I have adult children and older teenage children. So we discuss a lot of things. When you have younger children, the impressions, um, the morals, just the foundations of life. That starts with you. You are their first teacher before they hit a schoolhouse, a church, a granny house, a auntie house. You're their first teacher. So build a great relationship with your kids and start the foundation within yourself. And it's a lot of things that you don't even have to worry about. I'm more of a spiritual person. I just read everything and I just treat it like the chicken. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. Touche. People be so concerned, like the whole, is it Jesus or is it Muhammad? Who was the son of God? Do you get the message while y'all sitting there having the debate about who said what and who did what? Did you get the whole don't kill nobody, don't steal from people, get your own stuff, don't rob, leave the children alone, have faithful and good relationships, don't hurt people. Did you get those parts of the message? Again, it's not even an individual thing. I and you can sit here and discuss it, but it's just a message that we got to give to everybody. Me personally, I don't think any amount of money will fix it. I think that we definitely have to contribute a mental fortitude and effort to things first. You got to change a person's way of thinking before you can change their actions. No action is had without a thought, even if it is an impulsive thought. No action is met without a thought. So if we can't change the thinking of one, then I don't think we'll get many results. Um, and when you are spiritual, being spiritual, especially when you are high, as Willie said earlier, you have high vibrations, you have a unique sense of empathy. So, for those who are not aware of what empathy is, not necessarily an understanding, but it's a feeling. You feel what another person is going through. Somebody tell you a story, and just on your inside, you get just as sad as they do. You're very empathetic to the plight. So, if poverty, trauma, if you can be empathetic to those things, you can sit down and talk to a person about it, and then we can find resolution and change. And we can also, and it's easier. This is my main thing. I don't give advice. I talk about myself a lot. I might sound vain, but I talk about myself a lot because people are more prone to listen to what you've been through than what to do. People get tired of people saying you should do this, you should do this. If you have a situation in your life that is relatable to something somebody else is going through, then share it, share it, share it. If you've been homeless, if you're talking to a homeless person or a person who got bad money management, instead of telling them how to manage their money, tell them when you had bad money management. Tell them what you did. You got to let a person know, because we live in a
Tell
culture
they broke
today.
ass to get out.
Well, no, we live in a culture today where
Just
people,
playing.
he's silly, where people want to relate to you. They want to
Yeah.
feel you, as they say. So maybe you like, Sheba, oh, I can't get my money together. Instead of me being like, well, bro, you need to do this. I got to come out and be like, well, I was broke in 2006 for like 6 years. And let me tell you how I got through that. And it makes them feel better, because people have a high sense of shame these days. But me personally, there's nothing wrong with having shame. I just be feeling like it's misplaced, right? So women
I think the people that let you tell them that story love you. Because I don't know nobody gonna let me get through it. Oh man, I'm gonna call you back, man. I got my toenail itching. Like they'll say anything to get off the phone. Yeah, so yeah. I don't know, boss lady. I think it's kind of it's getting hard. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of like that too. My big brother tell you over there. It's been plenty of times he'd be like, "Hey man, don't do it, man. It's stupid." And I'll be like, "Yeah, I got to." Then I go do it. Like, damn, that was stupid. And he'd be like, "I told you." You know what I'm saying? So we all got it a little bit to where we hard headed. What's up, Bond? I finally got a guy in the room. What's up, bro? Um, but yeah, like we got a hard headed thing that's going. Like I don't know which generation it got so big. It might have been ours. Who knows? But
What are
like,
some of the what are some of the things that you feel like, and when I say trauma, I'm not saying like, oh, I got abused as a kid, but just, we all got PTSD. You know that, right? We
yeah,
all suffer. If
I
you've been
know I
poor,
do.
you have PTSD. But
Man, I got a problem.
what are some things as a black man, like not necessarily you feel like is wrong with you? What are some things that you feel like you try to discuss when it comes to your mental health and other things with people, and you don't get, like, how do you feel like you received? Like, do you feel like you get heard, you get help? Enlighten me.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Being a big dude and then being a dude, a dude that was like real aggressive at a certain point in his life, like I don't get, like I can't be hurt. Like that's the kind of reaction you get back from people. I can't get tired, or you can't lose a fight, or like you can't be disrespected. Like you get put up with all them old type of stigmas and shit. But I ain't gonna lie, I kind of grew out of all that shit. Like you really got to offend me for me to get aggressive. Like I really just mind my
Do
business.
you think the aggression that you had as a younger man was just due to, it was like a part of your rite of passage? It just kind of comes with the growing up. It's not necessarily reflective of things are bad or going on, but just the young. Do you think we just don't know how to deal with y'all aggression within growing up?
I don't think people talk about it enough. Like I try my best to kind of like be expressive about certain stuff I done been through, whether it was something that was funny, or whether it was something that was triumphant, or whether we got our ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it was, I try to like speak about those things out loud. You know what I'm saying? So when people respond, whether they respond like, dang, what was going on with you? Or damn, was you, you know what I'm saying? Are you all right? Whoop. Like, no matter what, because it's been like some real MacGyver shit a nigga done been through. And like sometimes, and like you said, PTSD, like people don't understand. Like it's sometimes like if I get around too many people, like my nerves will get
Anxiety.
bad.
You have real bad
Yeah, my
anxiety.
nerves will get bad. Like my fists to clench up on their own, and I start looking at everybody crazy. That's kind of why I don't even be playing around in this club scenes and all that old type of shit, because it's really not. It's not even the same vibe for me no more. Like the club, like I went into the club. We did an event, and then like I went in the club to talk to the club owner, and they was having like an event there with younger people and shit. And it's just like when I walked in there, I was like, ugh, I need to leave. Like this is just a different vibe. It ain't for me. You
Well,
know what
you're
I'm saying?
older is
Yeah,
one.
it ain't for
So,
me.
when you've been there and done that, of course it's not as exciting. It is what it is. It's work by this time.
Oh
Because
me,
like you
yeah,
said,
it's
you was
clocking
there for an
in.
event. You were there working. I'm just asking because a lot of conversation that I get when we do the Dear Black Men panel, is that they don't feel like they have avenues. Black men don't feel like they have avenues or outlets to have these conversations. Say if you were coming to Dear Black Men, what is the top three things that you want to discuss? Let's say black men's mental health, and what are the other two topics that you would want to discuss if you could just do it without no interruption?
Um, Understanding relationships and reflecting on religion.
What is the thing with religion? Do you feel like it plays a super part in why we have a lot of dysfunction that we got going on in our community or between men and women?
Every day, both levels.
Can you expound a little bit for me?
Like so, me and Bob. Bob's a white male. I'm a black male. Same age, similar structure, about the same athleticism. IQ roughly the same, whether edged either way, but roughly the same. My opportunities from birth are completely different due to systematic circumstances that I can't control.
Correct.
So to even understand why that is, you got to understand how it got there. And to understand how it got there, you got to research and go back and gather up what you can gather up. Now, whether this is important to most people or important to a few people, it's always easier to understand what the potential of the future could be or what you could change for the future if you understand what you've been through already. So I think that's a lot of reason why when gangster rap went popular, music went down because instead of understanding the message of what they were saying, they took the literalness of it and glorified that. And that's kind of it just kind of trickled down from there. Like, you know how they say like most pimps pimp and then they become either crackheads or go get a job. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no retirement for a pimp. You see what I'm saying? Like so, like same kind of thing. Like once you pushed into where you have to figure out survival, you finally make it to a stage where you feel like you understand how to survive and now you want to advance and be better off. Like these are steps that the people next to us don't have to take all the time.
Life is unfair. But that's just it. The good Lord designed it that way. Again, no matter what you believe, as far as Quran, whatever. But all of the books said that. Okay, first and foremost, to have an equal civilization, you won't have civilization. The word civilization, it puts social caste out there. You understand? Just the word in itself, civilization, will create social and economic caste. Now, why us as Black folks, we had to be at the bottom and stuff, is one thing. Now, one thing where I
Still at the bottom.
Veer from other people in my thoughts is the whole not knowing where I come from, because I'm not focused on the knowing about things that I can't ever get answers to. I'm not focused on 432 years ago, because there's just no way for me to find my great nobody. I mean, I get the whole DNAs, and you might got a little shot of 2% Ghana and go over here and get around your people and get that whole essence of. But for me, I'm just truly an African American. So for me, this logic, it ain't got a whole bunch of emotions and feelings, because I'm not looking for that sense of who I am, because I know who I am. You know what I'm saying?
So if it's your son that gets shot by the police in the same.
No. I'm already understanding. Me and my son are very, because I have one only. I think I'm just as crazy about my kids as everybody else. And I only got one Black baby boy. Do you understand me? So I think I'm real insane when it comes to him, because you can ask anybody, hey, they know how I feel about that dude. You understand me? That dude is why I care about you. Because before I had that dude and had to think about his life, I ain't really give a fuck what niggas was going through,
Facts.
what they was doing, till I start putting those same scenarios that my niggas was having with my son. Facts. You understand? And then when I got a real man, you understand? Shout out to Facts. Fish, the love of my life. Everybody know I love him. Salute. You know, the issues you had, I didn't care, except for he told me, baby, I'll be back, I'm going to work. Then I start thinking, well, what the fuck? What if I lose him? All the things that you feel became his worries became mine. Facts. You understand? So I don't think that the conversation that I'm having, I'm just as crazy about mine as anybody else. But what I'm saying is he know he's Zaire Fisher. When it comes to this great United States, this is the simplest way I can do it.
That's her husband, bro. Quit being weird, bro. Hey, y'all, my bad. We've been so deep into the conversation. I ain't even really been in the comments, man. Hold on, let me shout y'all out.
Big Fish.
Yeah,
yes.
Man. Let me shout
again, everybody know it.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. So, salute. But leading to the conversation that I was having is saying this. So everybody is stuck on the Africa. Listen, my name is Sheba. I was born a Muslim, man. check this out. I'm very in an understanding of everything you're saying. I mean, it's been bred into me since the day I was born. You understand what I'm saying? Especially about these crackers. You understand? But what I'm saying is this: I don't have a.
Y'all, she ain't racist. She just crazy.
I'm very exclusively black. Shit. I mean, I'm in the rehab for the racism. I felt like, I mean, because if we call them racist for what they do, then I'm very much a racist. Because I feel how they feel. I feel about them how they feel about me. So I can't call them something and do the same action and not call myself. That would make me a hypocrite.
No, that would make you honest, because to be racist, you have to be a part of the system.
I look at them and be saying, fuck that cracker just on the strength because she white. Yeah, don't know her nothing. Same way they do niggas. I'm in rehab from that, though. I'm trying to be a better person. But what I'm saying, again, born and raised into a situation.
What up, Smurf?
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this is the simplest way I can put it. Just simply, Sheba, I like to keep things simple. So Europe is an 87-year-old lady with all these foundations, these histories. Africa is the OG. It's 152, still kicking. Woo, woo, woo. America is a 3-month-old. You understand what I'm saying? America is just a 3-month-old.
A spoiled one.
So what people are in a misunderstanding of is we looking at all of these old ladies thinking that this 3-month-old should have the same kind of wisdom. You looking for a past that you are the maker for. You understand? We're not old enough to have a past yet. You're the past maker. 300 years from now, they're going to be talking about you and all the things you did. 1,000 years, 2,000 years. You are going to be, we don't have a past here. Everything you do have a history. All them 400 years. But see, everybody always want to focus on the terrible. You know that rap music you talking about? All of them hundreds of years, we was invested in that. Everything that America is, this is why we like, we don't have nothing. We have everything that America is us.
We just don't own it.
It's us. But the only reason why is because we're not interested. Right now, tell all of your beauties to stop buying Jordans, man, and let's go buy some property and see how much of your boys is not going to spend that $235 for them Vapor Max on their feet and go stake that same $235 times the 7 of y'all and get one of these buildings. Gentrification happens around us all the time and nobody cares until their grandma ain't got nowhere to stay. But you ain't paid her property taxes in 10 years.
So
people want to complain, but where's the action towards these things that we fussing about? Economic growth. Right here in this part, this little section right here, once a week we can teach a class on just regular check-ins and savings.
Got you. But what I'm saying is like, so, and I totally hear you. I totally hear what you're saying. But like, a lot of the reason why you got so many new age males lost, gravitating to the wrong things, developing bad habits, drug addiction. Like these boys need therapy. Like, and it's not, and then that's no joke. Like they do. Like even I, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel at one point in time I needed therapy bad because like I was on fire. So what I'm saying is like when the sole intention of the government is to break up the black family for so long in what we call America, United States, all this other shit. Excuse me. If they spent so much time putting these things into motion, and if you look at it for like if you look at the decades, whether it was the crack pandemic or whether it was the meth pandemic or the heroin pandemic or the just straight cocaine pandemic, just no matter whatever drug wave we had that affected the majority of a certain demographic of people due to the places this stuff was getting dropped, the connections that were being made, the illegal activities between the police and the mafia, and then gangsters to gangsters to gangsters. You know how that goes. Just It could be two people that's different races. When it come to money, they work it out. They get along. So just all of that type of stuff. When you put all this stuff into perspective, if you don't pay attention to the fact of the reason why we gonna deal with some of the letdowns, or like nowadays, credit score is a big thing for people that's young. So now you got a lot of people focusing on their credit score.
It's
Boom,
not,
boom, boom.
listen, it's
But
not a
when
big thing for people who's young. It's the way to listen. The one thing that these young people got that we don't got,
social media,
it's not even social media. They really pay attention to how this world is moving. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't pay attention. Right now, you still got 45-year-old people getting out the pen thinking, oh man, because I got a felony, I can't get a job and picking up crack sacks. Who even smokes crack anymore? You understand what I'm saying? So you just dumbing themselves off to go right back to the penitentiary. What I'm saying is these young people are looking at all of the different avenues that you can make some money, and they're exploiting it. They're exercising their way to do it. These young people are actually using their voices that we didn't use. Listen, that man said he was remember when they was gonna put the little kids in, the cage, deport all the kids back to their parents that wasn't supposed to be here, the DACA kids.
Oh, Trump.
He was going, yes. All them kids got on TV and said, not our friends, because it wasn't me and your generation, nor was it the generation above us. All them kids got on TV and said, no, you won't. And he didn't. It got extended for another 3 years. Now it's up for legislation again. We got to vote on it again. But what I'm saying is these kids actually use. Now, like every generation, they come with their flaw. They're a whole bunch of drug heads instead of drug dealers. You know what I mean? We was the drug dealers. They drug users. But at the same time, the drug users that I'm speaking of are our children. You hear I said our.
Facts.
You see I said our.
Facts.
I speak French. We and shit like that. Not Italian.
Facts.
You hear me? French, we, our, shit like that. So the same people we talking about though are our children. So some of the behavior, who you thought, because a lot of behavior is reflective. It's habitual.
So, and this is another thing I had on me.
We taught that to them motherfuckers, is what I'm saying.
Hold on. And that's the reason why I want to say something too. Because this is another thing that I had on the men's mental health. So it's easy for you to see that Bobby and Lisa had a kid, and Lisa's kid ended up bad like Bobby. But the problem with this equation is Bobby wasn't in the house with this kid most of the time. This kid was in the house with Lisa, so this kid really act like Lisa and was neglected from being able to have a relationship with Bobby.
It don't even mean the relationship. Listen, any kid that is lacking two parents, boy, girl, however you get your parents in these days, is at a disadvantage, my nigga.
Facts.
Shit's supposed to be done in a pair. You understand what I'm saying? Raising children, that is.
Facts.
It's supposed to be done in a pair. However you do it, boy, girl, boy, however. Don't got time to get into it with the gays. Check it out. It's supposed to be done with a pair. So any kid, don't give a fuck what color it is. Because your baby, because you went to the pen, ain't no different from that baby who mama and daddy got divorced and they daddy moved out the house.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Any kid that is at a disadvantage that does not have their pair of parents is at a disadvantage. Now, yours might be a little more because you didn't let them crackers get a hold of you, and now they mandatorily can't see you, but only these days. Listen, any child, specifically a boy raised by his mom, is running risk, and I don't care what color she is. This is because
I've said that too.
The reason I say this, it's not because he gonna be gay or nothing like this. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, and I'm not saying women can't raise good children. What I'm saying is it is imperative that young men have other men in their life so that they can learn the different archetypes. Buster ass nigga, real ass nigga, bitch ass nigga, thieving nigga, square nigga. That's what I mean by archetypes.
Jesus went off on you niggas.
You understand what I'm saying? Good nigga, church nigga, your son, nephew, brother, cousin, because they're not all your kids. If you care about black men, you care about them in a whole. You got brothers, cousins, uncles, nephews, a daddy. If he was good to you, you probably care. You understand? They have to learn the different archetypes of men. Amongst being around other archetypes of men, the real ones, the good ones, whatever you want to call the niggas to do right, you understand, will show them the niggas to stay away from. A woman can't do this. You know why I say this? Because she got babies by a bitch ass nigga, a stupid ass nigga, a broke ass nigga. So her vision is not as clear as that dude with that say, hey man, check him out. That's a bitch ass nigga. He seemed cool, but he just trying to trick you off. See, she might not see it that clear because he might be fine. He might have gave her $40. She might like sucking his dick. Whatever the situation may be. She don't see it like these other archetype of men will be able to warn, train your man, give him a rite of passage through all of this bullshit. You understand? And potentially, because everybody got a potential to, self-sabotage and fuck their life off. It's a 50-50. You could be the best fucking parent and they still do terrible shit. Ask me, I got one. That's another episode though. We'll talk about.
I got one too. Look,
you understand me? So what I'm saying is, I agree with you. And then you run the risk of this. You have women who are so bitter to the fact that they don't understand he's a bad boyfriend because y'all all ain't good niggas. He was a bad boyfriend, but that does not constitute he's a bad daddy. Some people don't know how to separate the two.
I talked about that too.
You understand? I also agree with you in the manner of us chicks need to be very careful with our sons because it's not about making him gay or nothing. It's about him picking up feminine characteristics. So if you look over there and a lot of shit happened to your baby and he always complaining, he got your characteristics, bitch. Because men are not, they don't work off of, they're not talkers, they're doers. Most niggas don't want to have long ass conversations about feelings. You say I've hurt your feelings, bitch, cool, I ain't gonna do that no more. And that's the gist of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? A real nigga is not a talker. He's a doer. And I be telling girls all the time, some of you girls don't want a man. You want a fucking girlfriend. Come on out the closet, bitch. Just you want a girl.
Debo, she talking about you little man with boobs. I ain't supposed to do that to you.
You know what I'm saying?
You deserved it.
So I think it is very important for Michelle, Tina, and Mary not to be bitter, you understand, and effectively co-parent. I also feel like the same thing for these niggas. Sometimes I don't want to hear your stress about what you got going on because for my mind, I'm the motherfucker with the kids. You ever talk about your light bill? Me too, but plus 4 in my case because I'm deep with mine. You understand? Me too, but with my 4. But I wasn't that baby mama that tripped with the, I ain't do all that, so I don't really get all that no way. But what I'm saying is it's not. I think behavior needs to be addressed, not people. I don't think we need to say niggas. I think we need to say, if you a motherfucker that do this. And it ain't no exception because it's 8 or Sheba.
Facts.
You understand? I know bitches with 4 baby daddies. This baby daddy, he can be a deadbeat, but this one can't. Now, what's the difference between the two outside of how you feel about each one of them? Because neither one of them come get a motherfucking kid. But you're nice to him and you mean to him. Hey, why you so nice to your one baby mama, but you get this other baby mama a trip? How come that baby ain't seen you in 3 months, but you go get this baby every day? And when you got homies, that do these things, and he's sitting over there on that bullshit, don't high-five him and be like, yeah, bitches be tripping because you and your own personal feelings about your bitch. Be like, no, bro, where he wrong at, address where he wrong at them. Be all right to get into it with me, but you ain't all right to get into it with him.
Thanks.
You should be all right to get into it with your man if he being a sorry motherfucking daddy. How you want to be his friend?
A sorry, period.
You heard me? You want to be his friend?
Straight up.
But then you'll talk about his baby mama, and no matter what she doing, let's not forget, she still got the kids. This is why she's so fucking angry. A nigga can't tell me he ain't had a kid in 6 months and she didn't have him every day. He can't try to tell me she ain't shit. She your baby mama. First and foremost, I don't think either party should be having a ain't shit conversation. Y'all do realize y'all fucked each other, but you do realize you fucked that ain't shit bitch though.
Yeah, I did.
Gave her kids, did it to her raw, was sweet, nothing in her when you liked her and everything. You was now what you want to say is this is the part you say. This is the part where you say I was very not even dumb. I was very irresponsible.
Facts. I was.
Fellas. So you don't have a whole hard situation like that telling your truth. What is it?
Putting it in the air.
My truth, putting it in the air. I was irresponsible. I didn't fuck with condoms. I didn't get to know that bitch, and I picked a very bad mother for my children.
Hey, ain't no more baby mamas for me, man.
Like, I picked a really bad daddy, and I don't blame him because that was my decision. Because I could have really spent 950 and got an abortion, but you can't do that no more because they done took the wombs on hostage. So once again, be responsible. Wrap it up so that you don't get a baby mama or a baby daddy like the ones we got.
And listen, women, you control the act or the lack of active sex. You have to know that. You have to know that.
And the baby. Don't blame the baby on him, and you don't blame the baby on her either, though.
Facts.
Don't blame the baby because you are responsible for your body.
None of it. The baby is an innocent bystander until they get 18.
Read some of these comments. These people is talking.
They love us, man. They love us, man. You talking about what we saying. They called you funny. Hey, these my people, man. I rock with them, man. I ain't gonna lie. Normally it'd be more than this, but this is my second time going live on YouTube.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to convert all my people from the other places to the YouTube. It's a transition.
It happens.
But we going up.
She said, yes, there's only so much I can teach my son as a single mother. I can try to be. That is a sentence that I want women to stop saying. I'm mom and daddy. No, you're not. You can only be mother. That's it. And keep it real with your baby. If your baby has a lack of a daddy, let them know that that's the situation. You can't be nothing but his mama. I'm not giving you no fucking gift on daddy day or nothing. If your baby daddy don't deserve one, don't give him one. That don't mean you get to double up. You can't be nothing but his mama. That's it. That's it. That's all you can do and be the best mother you can be because they definitely appreciate us.
Facts.
You a single mother. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. It is not your fault. And there's nothing wrong with you. Why no, what I'm saying is and vice versa. Because it ain't nothing wrong with you. Why, if you can't see your son because the bitch won't let, ain't nothing wrong with you. You're not a sorry nothing. This is the situation y'all are in. Once people stop going on what they wanted or what they tried to have and figure, this is our situation. I don't go with your mama don't go with me. How do we effectively co-parent for the baby? Because half of everybody's situation on why shit is fucked up with their kids is the other parent. And it has nothing to do with the children. If he don't like you, bitch, that don't mean stop sending your kids over there. He can't stand you. He still want to see his baby.
Just thinking that. Hey, man, if you up in here, hit the like button, man. Hey, please share the stream. Please share the stream. I appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Put it in the Air Podcast. We got Sheba, the Me and Mine show. Make sure y'all tap in. I'm gonna make sure we put our links on the video when it release, so y'all can tap into our social media, man.
I really understand that girls do play with these kids. You know what I'm saying? They use these kids as means to dangle, to whatever they call themselves.
Do what I say, or we going back to court. I ain't going to court no more.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, fellas, put yourself in a position. Listen. Y'all be going to court with people who ain't got no jobs, ain't even finished school, and how you can't win. That be blowing my mind.
Because we in Oklahoma.
No. Quit treating your situation like everything is criminal. Like, I worked in the child support office. What I do know is 35% of the most cases that are judged on is because a nigga thought he had to go to criminal court and was scared to come and say, I ain't giving that bitch nothing.
So can I tell you, I done been to court about one child twice and the other one once.
Put the scenario out there. What happened?
So the pretty much what happened in the first time was before I went to matter of fact, both of them was with Diamond, both of them was before I went to prison. But pretty much I would just get into a situation where she would try to dictate everything, and when she couldn't, then it was going back to court. So I took her to court, boom, got my visitation. I was working, but I was traveling. So, of course, the baby would naturally be in her custody.
Yeah.
And I told them out the gate, I ain't paying child support. I'll take care of my child, but I'm not paying child support. I told them straight up. So what we ended up doing in court, she put it in there that I wouldn't be on child support and that she would keep custody of the child while I was working. Cool. Well, when I would come back from working, she wouldn't let me see the child then.
You tell on her ass?
Had to go back to court. See what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference when it's the man versus the woman. You gotta keep going back to court. Because I know
bitches on child support too. They gotta go back to court.
But if they don't pay child support, they don't go to jail.
Who? Because they promote. I'm not gonna tell her business like that.
I ain't never heard of a woman going to jail
maybe
for
you don't
child
have
support.
friends that are girls that are.
I know some women on child support.
Maybe they ain't going because they paid it. Listen, what I'm saying is this, because they put them in jail. Yes, they do.
I bet you can count. I can't count one on one
hand.
But
I can't even count on one of my hands more girls that I know on child support than boys. That's not even natural.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can tell the scale is tilted. There ain't no way around it. Whether it's a possibility of one person out of 100,000.
No, I'm not saying that.
But
that's the no. Again,
that shit's slim.
No, that is the way the law of the lands is set up. I mean, not just America and England and everywhere when you break up and shit. It's just naturally depending upon the age of the baby. They feel like the kids go with the mama. Naturally, there's no man who want them anyway. That I know.
True.
What I'm saying is hence again, everything a person. This is why mate selection is very important. And I'm not saying that getting divorced is not a possibility.
Yeah, I've been fucking up. Shit.
I'm saying is, I'm not saying that getting divorced is not a possibility, but this is why people exercise marriage versus just
shout out to my baby mamas, man. Fuck all y'all.
Just have kids with people. You understand? Because anytime you run the risk, listen, everything you going through is just what people who are not two people who go raise their kids together go through. Your baby is gonna be at a disadvantage all the time. If the baby lives with you 24 hours every day of the motherfucking week, it's still at a disadvantage because it don't have a mama.
Man, I'm gonna tell you some real shit.
In the house every day. There's just not a way to be an effectively full-time parent if you don't live in the house with your kid.
That's true.
That's just what that is. This is why when you make decisions to have babies with people, which is a two-party thing. Man, because the only way that this is not a two-party thing is if me and you said I said, I want a baby. You ain't got nothing to do with it. Sign this, all your rights of I'm going to go over here. Now I ain't got no reason to be bothering you. I said I wanted it just for me. If you two motherfuckers do this together, then y'all plan to do it together. Now, let's address the real ass issue. Half the people that got kids together barely even fucking know each other. They didn't plan a motherfucking thing.
Facts.
They didn't want their kids. But
facts.
that sound ugly.
Ugly.
That sound ugly. You heard me?
Shit.
But let's get ugly. Y'all ain't even want y'all kids. You understand? You love them today and shit. But let's just talk about it. Half the motherfucking kids here was unwanted. Half the kids here came from two people who probably knew each other 30 fucking days, if not that night.
Yeah, I was so stupid. I planned all mine. I was just fucking up.
Yeah.
I planned
half the kids this here came from other kids having kids.
That's true too. That's true too.
I was a kid having a kid. Y'all might have been, super mature 17-year-olds. Hey, I fucking wasn't.
Robin's babies, I love y'all. Y'all was all intended, okay? Yeah, y'all was all intended.
And that's what a lot of people is turning around telling their kids right now, I wanted y'all. No. Don't listen to her. I wanted y'all.
Listen, I planned it. You know what? My biggest thing is I wanted to be a better father to my son than what my father was to me. Listen, I was so caught up into that. I didn't take into account the kids ain't cheap. So yeah.
I usually just go. I don't care what you got to do to be a better daddy. I'm just gonna be one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be a daddy. Fuck it. And then some shit happened with the first
baby. Shit.
Listen, and this how stupid I was, right? So me and the first baby mama stopped getting along, so she ran off. Then the second baby mama, it was like, we was like, okay, so she ran off with that kid, so we're gonna make another one.
Oh, you getting replacements. You dumb. That was real dumb, bro.
And then it didn't really hit me until I, just got older and reflected, like, boy, what the fuck was you thinking? But yeah, but I will say this though. I love all the baby motherfuckers though.
Did you and the first baby mama stop getting along after the baby?
Yeah, after she got caught cheating, yeah. Twice. It was, listen.
Why'd you take her back the first time? Don't say I was stupid. In that moment, when you decided to make it work, what did you tell yourself?
I told myself that I love that woman. That's what I did.
Do you ever discuss
That's why I don't believe in love.
For women?
Love is some bullshit.
But no. Have you ever discussed it with your boys? I mean, do y'all have real conversations? Like,
man, me and
did you talk to your niggas like, that bitch hurt my feelings to the core when she cheated on me?
Yeah, I'm one of them
Or
people.
was you tough like fuck that bitch?
No, I'm one of them people. Like if I gotta cry, I'ma cry. And if you laugh at me crying, I'll beat you up. Like I was fucked up. Like I was emotional, like super emotional. I'm still kind of emotional too.
You still salty about it?
No, not no more. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. Hey, on some 100 shit. Like, listen, on some 100 shit. Since I got out the penitentiary, I'm not salty about nothing. I feel
the penitentiary give you a very different perspective.
I grew up in that motherfucker.
What it will do is let you know that shit that you used to worry about
ain't even shit. Like, fuck that shit. Like, man, I'm telling you, like, I had a homeboy hit me up just, I ain't talked to him in years, and he's just like, what's up, bro? Whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'm like, what's up with you, man? And he got to talking about, so I said, listen, nigga, it's Rico and everybody on the planet. If you don't quit calling me like this, you can't call me no more, my nigga. Love you and all, but I'm not finna be, no. You just not finna to get me tripped up again. You know, the first time I didn't get caught either. So we not finna do that shit again.
Like, straight what up. Do you think? Not change themselves and none of that. That's not what I'm trying to say. What do you think women can do more? So every day I get up and tell you motherfuckers how much I love you.
On God, I be sharing it on everything for real, and it helps. It helps.
I hope that's the plan.
On God.
But what do outside of like me doing things like that? What would you like to see from more women towards men?
Open mind. For me, because I think between trying to maintain family approval, trying to be consistent in society, and also trying to maintain with whatever religious beliefs are popular to the people that you are close to, that you came up with, I think within those parameters, women end up with certain parts of them in a shell because they have to feel like this because this is what mama accepts. Fuck what my future family accepts. It's about what my mama and my daddy accept, or what my grandma might say, or you know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of times,
life having such a city girl culture, the hot girl culture right now.
Oh man,
like everybody, crazy, and they're calling it liberation. So.
Man,
do you really feel like women are still staying in that whole tradition of I care what somebody thinks? Because they're real ratchet about it these days.
And I'll never discredit the women's rights movement.
I will. That was a bunch of bullshit. But that goes back to race.
It's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying?
That goes back to race for me. I think the women's movement, but actual race. Like I don't mean to deter, but I gotta tell the beauties. So, okay, the 60s and 70s, which are prolific moments where we had our height of activists, leaders, organizations, things of this nature. Late 60s on into the 70s, all of our activists, all of our anybody with something to say, anybody that was making moves toward positivity in our community. It's a long list. The Hamptons, excuse me. It's just a long list, so we're not gonna go over them. Late 60s through the 70s, they start putting them in prison. The Gaddafis, the Shakurs, all of them. They start putting them in prison. They start killing them. They start killing them, and then they released, crack cocaine into the community because that took a lot of our community leaders down as well.
Thanks.
But in the process, in the 60s, when they were doing all of this, because the one thing people have to always remember and look back through these 400 years that everybody likes to talk about, because people like to talk about Black women, but we're very exclusive to you all. The majority of biracial children don't come from Black women, they come from Black men. For as much, that don't prove that. No, what I'm saying is for as much as it proves a lot, it proves breeding, and breeding is what matters. You understand? Because per this society, your name and your gene is what dominates the world. You understand? Right. You're populating it. So what the babies I have only matter by who they come from. You understand what I'm saying?
In some cultures.
per America, this is why it's very important that you have your daddy last name instead of mine.
Facts.
If that was a big deal, people wouldn't call you bastards.
Facts.
I mean, I'm not saying you are one.
Facts.
I'm just, using you as an example in
For
how
sure.
important lineage is in the United States.
So do you know, with it being so many single mothers and men being raised by single mothers, that a lot of those boys don't get the daddy's name?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of those boys end up with the mother's name.
Yes. And their family trees don't go on, and it go on on the side. Hence why you be saying you don't know who you come from a lot, is because you don't have the full, complete scope of your tree.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we digress. So they did all of this. So, but the whole time we ride with our dudes. When you seen the Hamptons, you seen the girlfriend over here. You know what I'm saying? You see Alex Shabazz with her hand up along with her counterparts. What I'm saying is this is at a time where we did things together. So they locked all y'all up and killed all our men. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And then they did what people been doing forever. They sick bitches on us. I mean, the same way pimps do it. When a pimp on a new bitch, he don't go get her. He saying who? The other bottom bitch. And she go over there and tell you how good her,
unless you big 8, you know what I'm saying? When I pop my collar, man, I go do my own.
I'm just saying, the archetype, they say she go over there like, my man good, my man to do this for us, and my man. She looking all good in typical bitch fashion, because did you know most women do things for other women, not men?
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? And typical, she like, oh, that bitch is cute. He doing that for her. I know he go do it for me, and I'm gone. Boom. And next thing you know, the nigga got a stable. You understand what I'm saying? Well, they took our for lack of a better term, my pimp, our activists, they all in jail, they dead or whatever. So they sick the white woman. Hey, we like all of the other people do. No, check it out. Like all the other people do today, how the Asians say when they marching, when the gays is marching, your plight like black people, we feel you. We oppressed, we fucked up, just like y'all.
Hey, listen.
You understand? No, that white woman came over there and said, we need your help. I swear to God. Said we need your help. Our men is kicking our ass. They won't let us do nothing. We can't work. We can't do nothing. We got our dumb asses over there, start burning bras, marching with them, talking about giving independence and shit. And you know what happened? They got listen. Not just they took the niggas. They got voting rights, and guess where we was at? Still going through the back of their doors, cleaning up their houses and shit.
Facts.
You understand? Facts. So this is why I say, yeah, that women's liberation movement shit was some bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? And then they start fucking our boys.
Why do black women think that white women took y'all men?
I don't think that.
Oh.
I don't think that at all.
Oh,
I think y'all been through a set of trauma, and a lot of you all have just been tricked. Black beauty, if we talking when it comes to black women, that's because black beauty has never been emancipated. The characteristics.
Explain.
What I mean by that, well, I can say spiritually and emotionally, we just have the same feelings and emotions that you do. If you don't like the ratchet bitch, she just your counterpart. She is a reflection of what kind of nigga you are, simply and purely. If we talking emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. If you don't like the city girl is just the counterpart. Listen, the city girl is just the counterpart to the young boy.
Facts, but you just said 3 important things and left out the most important. You said mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, right?
Yeah, I was getting to the aesthetic.
So why ain't no logic included in that?
Listen, because logic doesn't play a play. Because logic gets pushed aside for emotion a lot. No, with men and women, how you feel is what you act on, not what's going on. Hence, while we have situations, we'll have the same situation with various outcomes. Because nobody's going on logic. Because logically, this can only be the answer.
Can that possibly be because both of them was raised by a woman?
Yeah. The emotion part?
For both. Like the girl was raised by a woman.
Yeah.
So she was taught to react out of emotions, kind of like her mom.
Yeah.
And then the boy, the same thing, because he didn't have anybody to tell him.
This is why the dude is important for both of them too.
Facts. That's what I was saying on me.
So that when the man do step in, and say, hey, we're going to be logical, she knows how to respond to it.
Facts.
But see,
hey man, my bad. We ignoring y'all, man.
She don't know how to respond. Like a boy though. He go all crazy and active emotion, and then she going out of emotion, and then it's like this 2 bitches tripping. You understand what I'm saying? Because again, nobody taught her how to respond to his,
which would make sense out of the increase of domestic violence.
Right.
Facts.
For real. 80% of domestic violence starts with women. That's a true stat. Check the CDC. 80% of domestic
I
violence
can
starts
believe
with
that.
women.
I can believe
Because once again, we're chasers of y'all dodgers. 9 times out of 10, you been out all night. She been waiting up.
We're on number 2.
She where you been? Where you been? You like, oh, I ain't supposed to do this. You trying to go out the door. She doing this. You ain't going nowhere. You go talk to me. You go talk. You hear me? You doing like this. Girl, gone. Gone, girl.
Assault.
You hear me? And I mean, the scene in Baby Boy is a perfect example.
Yeah.
He like, gone, she beating his ass. You hear me? He gone, he slap her down, she falls on the ground, she crying and shit. Now she the victim. I mean, girls do it all the time. They be all aggressive than a motherfucker till he hit, then she's a victim.
That's real shit.
And then this is what I tell people, we teach our sons all day long to keep their hands off of girls. Please teach your daughters, because I have a son, bitch. And if you hit my son, he will he ain't gonna punch in her face. Because I teach him better than that. But he gonna helicopter your daughter to death, motherfucker. Because what she ain't gonna do is keep 2 pieces of him all upside his motherfucking head.
Got him all
you understand me?
And shit like that.
He gonna take your daughter by her wrist and slang her all around our yard like you used to do people when they was kids. You know,
hey,
you used to helicopter. Yeah.
Listen, and that's the thing. Like that's what, like my kids' mom's family.
Teach your daughters to keep their hands off these boys, man.
So
all this shit, stop it.
So they used to okay for his cousin that was a year or 2 older than him to hit on him, and then when he would hit her back, he would be in trouble because he's the boy. So what I told them is it makes more sense for you to explain to her not to hit a boy because you wouldn't want to be hit by a boy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, loving his mama, respecting his mama like he's supposed to do, he wouldn't hit the little girl back. So one day, you know, because I didn't have a situation where I could influence it, because they had kind of run off. But at the same time, he had got to a certain point to where he would hit the girl back anyway, because it's his natural reaction to defend himself. Like, especially if somebody just keeps attacking you. Like, you're not supposed to sit up there. Like, I would never cock back my hand and punch a woman like...
Helicopter that bitch. I'm telling you.
Like, I'm a big dude, so I'm probably going...
Ain't nothing wrong with restraint.
So what I'm gonna
Full Nelson that bitch. It is nothing wrong.
If I have to slap you, it's open hand.
I ain't even talking about slap.
But
yeah, you been in one. Yeah. It been a long time since a motherfucker met.
They don't get away.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, you know how effective a full Nelson is. You train that bitch till you can get her and throw her down to the ground, get in your car and get gone. But I'm not saying
losses, baby.
What I'm saying is there ain't nothing wrong with fucking defending yourself.
Facts.
And again, I have a son, and what I'm not gonna do is be like, it's okay for you to hit him all upside his fucking head every 5 minutes because you mad because he was outside too long.
Yeah, fuck that. You're not doing nothing.
Shit, I wouldn't yank that motherfucker by her motherfucking wrist. I be telling him, just slang her around, son. Yeah. When she trying to get up off the ground, get gone. You understand what I'm saying?
Hit him with the Barry Sanders.
Yeah, for real. I full Nelson. If you got 2 figure for that bitch, I don't know.
Facts.
Because I don't want mine going to jail on some bullshit, because in the society that we live in, no matter the color you are, you know, the boys just got it bad when it comes to the hit. See Johnny Depp. Look how the bitch trying to do Johnny Depp.
Abusing this nigga for
been
years.
Kicking his motherfucking ass, and then she all on the phone like, who you think they gonna believe, Johnny?
I can't even respect this nigga on Pirates of the Caribbean no more. Like,
who you think they gonna believe?
Amber Heard was whooping your ass, boy.
You don't think they gonna believe?
No, man, hold on, man. Y'all tell Bull don't leave, y'all. Bull trying to leave. We had held him up for like an hour. But listen, I love y'all. I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. This men's mental health thing is something we probably gonna be talking about on and off for a while. I want to come back.
Can I come back here?
Man, listen, she knows she welcome back.
I want to come back.
She always welcome back.
Before he leave, let me tell you where you can follow me. I am Simply Sheba, your hostess with the mostest. You know the slogan, I do what I want and not what I can. You can follow me at Simply Sheba 6 on Insta. You can follow me at The Me and Ma Show on Facebook, The Me and Ma Show on YouTube. You can also follow me on Facebook, Sheba Sheep. If I like you, we can be real friends or whatnot. O City to O City will be back September 1st. So if you got music, if you're a local Oklahoma City artist or beyond, please send us your videos. We will put you in rotation. I'm funky though. I'm real exclusive. You want to make my show, you gotta be dope. You know, we just don't play anything.
I might come out of retirement.
You know, Ask him. He been on there twice. So, but yeah, and if you just want to have a regular conversation, hit me up. I'm talking every day, every hour. It is what it is.
For sure. Well, y'all know what it is. Y'all know my handle and my scandal. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Put it in the Air magazine coming to y'all next month, man. Be on the lookout for that. You know what I'm saying? If you need some advertisement in the magazine, tap in with us. Put it in the airinfo@gmail.com. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell to make sure you get notified when we're doing videos. Appreciate the love, everybody. Put it in the air out.
That was a